I seen a video the other week of this monkey was like this little chimp. Holding it, we'll find out. was holding the fella's hand and walking towards the climbing frame.
It is cute though.
And then it climbed up, and the fella went like that and put his hand out. The chimpanzees reached down, helped him up, and then the fellas went fist bumped its tin hand and fist bumped him, and I was like, that's the greatest pet you can ever have.
I reckon Otis looks like a chimpanzee a little bit.
Your baby son.
Yeah.
Another little word from one of the sponsors. Produce the sponsor, Dad.
Bobby, you joking? It's not a sponsor, it's Patreon.
It does.
Oh, hello, viewers of YouTube. Sorry about Bobby over there. He simply can't contain his jokes.
I'm such a joker.
No, Bobby, what? Patreon.com/what's happening pod.
Nice.
It's £4 a month, and my friend Gary over here, he's going to tell you what you get.
£4 a month, right? You know we get for £4 a month? You get to see us and our beautiful faces early, right? Early access, Tuesday, you get it, £4 a month. You also get Patreon exclusives, right? We do about 2 episodes a month. You get that, included in the price, £4 a month. I was going to say free of charge, but it's not free, it's £4 a month. Head over to patreon.com/what's happening?
Yeah! See you over there. And we're here. This feels right now. Thank you, gracias.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so during the release of this episode, I will actually be in Glastonbury. So I hope by the time this releases, for any of you that I might have met in Glastonbury, if you stop to say hello, I hope I was in a fit enough state to interact with you. If I wasn't...
And if you give him any free gear, thank you.
Don't. Just want to preface this. I'll be the main sober for 5 days.
What is your plan for Glastonbury? Even though it's already happened.
I don't know. I don't really... Like,
You're not putting any pressure on it?
No, the last 2 years I went, I've not really... Like, there's people who
Does it feel weird actually
having a ticket?
Holding a ticket, yeah?
Yeah, I seen the ticket with my own eyes the other day. I felt like Charlie and Willy Wonka. I was like...
They got pictures on, haven't they?
Yeah, they got me picture on.
And you've cut your hair.
I'm looking devilish. I know, yeah.
They're going to be like, this is new, lad.
No, I'll be like, well, it's my sister's ticket. Can I just come in? But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really got much of a plan. I don't feel like going with too much of a plans.
No, too much pressure on it.
I mean, to be fair, I suppose it might be helpful because last year I missed a few people who I really wanted to go and see. Because I was just doing whatever.
Who do you really want to go and see?
The only headliner I'm asked about is Coldplay. And then there's DJs and stuff like that on who like obviously Camel Fat are going to be there. That'll be sick. Jamie Webster's doing the other stage. He's doing like the second biggest stage there this year, which is fucking mad.
That's good.
The Sugar Babes are on, which is going to be unbelievable. I missed them the other year, so I'm not missing that again.
You're into the Sugar Babes, yeah?
I'm not particularly, but like everyone who was there the other year who went said it was like the best guy for the whole festival. So there's absolutely not a chance I'm missing that this year.
Little fucking much Buena there, girl.
I can't. I just don't think there's a way I can miss it.
No.
Not a chance.
Have they got one where it's like, you know, where they hold off announcing who it is that you think it might be?
I don't know. So like there's once the
imagine you had like a Stars in the Eye stage where you didn't know what was coming on. It was like a little triangle.
Just fellas coming out in blackface like they used to do in 2003.
Yeah, that was so bad telly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
such bad television.
Terrible. Well, see, there's people who do like, they call them secret sets. So like when you go.
Do you reckon that's just a ploy because they're like, people might not turn up here, so we've just got a little safety net?
Well, no, I don't know, because you don't know they're going to be on unless you're just there and they appear.
No, but I mean, like, do they have a secret set band or a secret set stage because they booked acts who... No, because then I'm just chatting.
You just get people who like last year there was like a little bar there called the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
Like a little secret sort of bar. Not secret, but like not everyone knows where it is.
Off the beaten track.
And Paolo Nutini popped up on like the first or the second night and done a set there and then just got off. Like it like shit like that happens. It's mad. Like it's just, or like Fred again done a secret set on, I think it was the Wednesday or the Thursday, on this stage called the Temple. And he wasn't announced. He wasn't even like, you know what I mean. He just, because he was there anyway.
He does a lot of that though, doesn't he?
He just popped up.
I didn't even know he was going to play, but we went Nebworth, you know, the Liam Gallagher thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know Paolo Nutini was on. And then we went there.
Oh shit!
And he did. It was Paolo Nutini, Kasabian, and then obviously Liam. But Paolo did a version of Half the World Away, you know, by Oasis. And game
Did
over.
you cry?
Do you know what I
You
mean?
even see us.
No, I just mean like you just turn around and it's just the sea people, and he just had everyone.
You know, 'cause you're a
Palm was on
musician.
them.
Clever that though.
Has there ever,
That's what I mean. It was just like that's clever. That.
have you ever been to a gig where you've been moved emotionally? Have you ever been brought to tears by a musician?
I was telling you about the Eagles. Remember when I said to you about seeing the Eagles?
Yeah,
Like
actually,
Hotel California.
We were
before
talking
he
about
died,
we were
weren't
talking about country music, and not when I was watching it, but like a couple of weeks after Glenn Fry died, who was the lead singer of the Eagles. But I'd seen like pretty much his last concert in England, and obviously then you realise fucking hell, it was the last gig
crazy that.
that he'd ever played. But yeah,
I cry all the time at concerts, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cried when I was seeing Paul McCartney at Glastonbury.
He's launching a little tour this year, isn't he?
Oh, he best dad. And then Elton John cried when he started singing Tiny Dancer. Don't know
you
why.
seen him live?
Glasgow last year. Honestly, like, it was emotional, you know. Like it was the most.
Music hits you though.
Yeah, more than anything.
Yeah.
More than any other thing in the world. It's
My
mad.
mum and dad have seen Elton John a few times, but they said they well overpaid for him. It was about 300 quid, and they were like
I
behind the
seen
pole.
him. I got me tickets free. I worked in the Echo Arena, and he hadn't sold out. And they offered staff who were working on the daytime if they wanted tickets to the show.
No way.
So I got two.
What
free
was it like?
tickets. It was good,
Especially free.
and that was, I don't know, what was that? 2009, 2010.
I think he didn't sell the Echo Arena out though.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
He done a
crazy.
2-night show and didn't sell it out.
That's mad. You would have thought Elton John's selling anywhere though.
Yeah, I know.
What's
and he
your-
does now.
As obviously as a band man as you are, what's your like? Have you got like a dream venue you want to play in with the band?
I think it's different. Like I've always thought, because I love Stone Roses and they did their own thing. They did Spike Island back in like the late 80s.
Yeah.
Which was like no one had ever done it before. And even though it's Widnes, there's not much going on. It's like I'd love certain venues like Parrot, sort of the main one for us. I'm not from Warrington, but most of the band are. So that's like either that
Bring the
or
hacienda back.
yeah, or that or neighbourhood. But for me, it's like I'd love to go and do something no one's done before, because then it's like it's
Alcatraz
iconic. Then
prison.
do you know what it's? Yeah, Alcatraz.
That'd be fucking perfect. You'd have the maddest crowd of all time.
There's been a few Johnny Cash playing prisons and stuff, and it's like a trend of people wanting to play. I don't quite know if you do like.
I feel like one of them gigs
What's
could
the one
go-
that Pablo Escobar had when he had his own prison and he just lived in there on house arrest with brasses?
Oh
and
yeah,
everything?
because you got. Did you know about that?
No.
When he like they obviously like because even though he owned the police, like it got to a point where they're like, right, we're gonna have
You're gonna have to go to jail, lad.
we're gonna have to do something just so it
But
looks
just
like.
made a jail.
Just
So he said,
got
right,
his
I'll
own
make my own
built.
jail and I'll live there. And he invited Maradona down and everything.
No
Yeah,
way.
they just
I
had
wrote a song about
brasses and-
Maradona.
You've wrote a song about Maradona?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's not been finished yet, but it's
Give us a sneak peek.
one of the lyrics is.
Danny can sing it.
I'll have to find it. It's like when I was about 16, and it's a terrible song, but then I played
And it's
it.
not finished?
No, I need to finish it though. It's called
We
Maradona.
want to release it on the WhatsApp and podcast Spotify as soon as it's available.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
definitely
yeah?
what we should do.
What's one of the lyrics now?
Why don't we release some Parrot tunes on our Spotify as well?
Yeah.
It's just stealing
Please
their
don't.
music, and that's just absolute theft.
We're releasing one in September though.
Write a
That's
song
the
called
kind
What's
of announce
Happening?
that. Yeah, what's the lyric now? It's so gimpy.
on.
Like, hello, nice to meet you. Let me put you through to the boy from Argentina. He's 5'5", looks to me you might know his dealer. And the whole story's about like...
We're not putting that on the
Yeah,
Spotify.
it's
nah,
terrible.
change your mind. Change your
I
mind.
wouldn't
I'll
finish
change your
that.
mind.
It's like...
I wouldn't finish that, you know,
No.
I'd leave that, you know.
Yeah, leave that.
terrible.
Leave that one in the drafts.
Nah,
I can
that's
cut this.
it,
I can
nah.
cut this out though.
No,
so.
don't.
Have you got
Oh,
any
you're
old
right.
like because obviously like even when you were in school, were you still into your music and now you're still like playing and
I
stuff?
was, because me...
Hello, nice to meet you. The boy from Argentina.
it's
Do you
terrible.
know your dealer? Fucking Alan Wheeler.
They've not got any better either as well. Like all the ones we've released.
Have you got any old footage of Jack Swan making action on the?
We played the Cavern, me and Joe. Me and Joe went to school, and well, I said to you before about getting us on, like getting Gascon and that, who's a singer. Yeah, so me and Joe were in a band in school, and we played at the Cavern, and there's a video of that. But I was about 11.
I need.
And I had like, you know, when you had chinos on and night blazers and
the men in the panel hoodie.
yeah,
There's a video of
void
me somewhere
jeans, and
singing
what
a
else?
solo to Let It Be in the Palm House.
Why were you ever doing?
Eto jeans as well.
I was in.
Remember that?
Stop it.
Do you know what it was? I went
Boots with the feeling.
I went on close day in school, and I came in like chinos and it stuck in my head, and everyone came up to me on the schoolyard and was like, "They're sick, them." And I felt so cool. I had the like, I've still got them. I've still got like, I've still got them in the back of my wardrobe. You know, like the night blazers.
Lad, have you got any horrendous fashion choices? Right,
I had them. Do you remember Climate Cools?
Climate Cools,
no, I had Coca-Cola ones. I bought. Have you gone to America? I went Florida. You used to get 110s, right? You used to get all the cheap stuff because they used to. It's the equivalent of like, you know, when you go the night shop in Cheshire Oaks or something.
Yeah.
And
Coca-Cola webs.
No, but fucking
got them out of a
Jordans are dead cheap, aren't they? Because no one wears them here.
Yeah.
And it's the same as like our stuff over there. So it's like, but I got these Coca-Cola Climate Cools thing, and they were like 20 quid.
Who even took
I'm
them to the design?
No, but I thought
I'm gonna have to see what
you're saying, right? I used to think I was so cool, you know, right? This is so gay. I had these beige, like your colour shorts in chinos, but with elasticated ankle bottoms, right? I had electric blue and black Vans, right? And then used to wear this like mottled grey t-shirt with a shiny black gilet with electric blue zip and like trim on the arms, right? And then I used to wear lensless glasses.
Why that?
I don't know.
Why?
And I was about 17.
Wow.
That's too late.
And I had these electric blue. I had these electric blue over the headphones. It was about a 4-month period in my life. I don't know what happened, right? I'd moved out of my Mars. I lived in a flat with my mate. I turned into a fucking Wally. Like, I was an absolute gimp. And I remember I went to Ireland. I just needed to get away, bit of time away. So I just booked tickets to go and see our David in Ireland and just texted him and said, coming over to Ireland tonight, will you meet me at Dublin Airport? He was like, yeah, sound. So I got off the plane and he just said, like, could you get back on the plane dressed like that? What the fuck have you come dressed as?
That's atrocious, you know.
It was bags for me. Do you ever have like the blue Adidas carry bag?
The satchel.
I had that for school.
Yeah, I had that.
I had a JD string bag.
Trying to fit a PE kit in the bag.
Yeah, the bag that's designed for laptops and Tupperwares.
I had the same one, but
Nike. Trying to fake fucking Climate Cools, innit?
I had like the
Did you find them?
What they call like man bags.
Yeah.
But white leather Nike one. You know, the same as the Adidas blue one.
Oh, right. So I've found a picture of the Coca-Cola Climate Cools with either grey, black, or with either red ones.
Black and red ones.
Oh, I didn't think they were that bad.
But the Coca-Cola as well. No, I thought they were fine, and then I come back and just got.
I don't like them.
I don't mind.
Lad, you know, the best webs I ever had, lad.
What way? Yeah, did you ever have like? Because I know when I was a kid, I have got a pair of trainees for me that stand out as like the best trainees I've ever had. Is that anybody else? Because I know when
I've got two trainers that are the best trainees. One, I had Adidas white freeze, right?
Yeah, they were heavy.
The best ones I ever had, right? And I cannot find them on the internet, pictures or nothing, because I don't know the name of them, right? They were Pumas, right?
You told me about these.
They was Pumas, and on the heel, so it had like a white sole. I had blue and brown versions, right? Brown and beige and blue and light blue. And on the sole was white, but there was a little section in the heel that was blue. And it had like a little strap with like a little fucking buckle there, like a little, and you'd peel the buckle off and you could slide this little thing out, and it was little rubber weights, so you could change the weight so the shoe would feel different. But they were sold in, what's the shop in town, like the designer shop that everyone fucking...
Tessuti?
No, it was an old one.
Cricket?
So, yeah, Cricket. I think it was Cricket, yeah. And they used to sell them. And loads of grafters would buy them, take all the weights out, and just put little fucking packages of Lemo in the shoes. And there was like 12 sections in the heel. So you could get 24 little wraps of Lemo in your webs and go out. So they were big with dealers. I never dealed. I just kept the weight in them. Dealt. I never dealt. You can tell.
I was never much of a deal there.
But lad, they were the best webs ever. I need to find them. I don't know what. Right, I'm going to watch.
Do you have any when you were like really young though? Like
between the age of 14 and 16, I had them.
You must have had some crazy fashion choices growing up in Runcorn, no?
Yeah.
Was there ever...
I had high tops and that for a bit.
Lad, and you with the Velcro at the top, you used to take the Velcro out, didn't you?
Everyone didn't.
No,
they did. Because
snapbacks as well.
Because what
I used to be into like, this is horrible. When I was like dead young, you know, like Step Up to the Streets and all that. Did you never watch like where they had like the Adidas snapbacks and stuff?
Step Up as in like the dance movie.
Like, well, I found Jack's Facebook.
No, but I've not.
Just because I want to get to know you a little bit more, Jack. So this is going back to 2018. Handsome, I'll be honest. You are wearing a blazer.
Let's see.
With a polo shirt.
Oh my God.
Which is concerning.
That's not me.
No, it's you.
Them ears are telling me it's you.
yeah, that's you, I'm afraid.
That's all right. That's a Stone Island, that.
Oh.
That's not...
Oh. Well, This is Jack Swanwick from back in 2016 at a Liverpool game, it seems. Your head has changed shape.
Oh, yeah.
Drastically since the inception of that picture. Who's that you with there?
Who's that? Jay Nelson. Shout him out. He's in China now.
He's in China? What's he doing?
What have you done to shorten your
head? You seem to have
I
really...
just used to like...
Are you over the totem pole?
Okay, so what I'm gonna...
Lift your fringe up. Is that why you've got a fringe on? Lift your fringe up.
Jack, accept my friend request on Facebook so I can go deeper into your pictures, just so we can have a look.
Yeah, keep the fringe down.
I've literally probably not got a photo before like 2016.
That's what I'm after.
I know, but I didn't have Facebook till late.
I really want to delve into the depths. I feel like you look younger now than you did 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, you look significantly older than you are now. Look at that. That's crazy.
That's uni for you.
Yeah, fair. So fucking, I was thinking as well.
Oh, have you actually sent me a friend request?
Don't pretend like you haven't seen it come through. I'm wondering if anybody watching the podcast has got any advice for me as well, because I don't know if you've seen on my Instagram story the other day. My mum and dad thought it'd be a great idea to go out and buy a parrot. They bought a blue and gold macaw called Pickle. Now parrots are famously like, they get attached to people, they build bonds with people. So if you're going to get a parrot, ideally you want it since it's a baby. You know, so you can build a proper bond with the parrot and it knows who you are and shit like that. That mic's going all over the fucking place, and this parrot, it's come from a house where it didn't get a lot of handling, it didn't get a lot of fucking TLC. So it's not used to people trying to stroke it. So every time I'm going near it, the parrot's trying to bite me. It's tried to bite my eyes like 4 times. It keeps going for my fucking face. All I'm trying to do, its favourite food's Wotsits. So I'm trying to feed it Wotsits. And every time I try to give it a Wotsit, it tries to bite my face. Like it lunges forward at my face. I don't know what to do about it. It lives in the house now. It hates the dogs. Just screams at the fucking dogs.
Have you ever had any pets, or was it just always like...
No, we've had
animals
pets
around the house?
We've had pets in there. Like we've always had pets. I've grew up in a house with pets. It's fucking like the house is just like you can't buy black clothes because it's like they're gonna get hair on them. It's an absolute nightmare. And I love the pets. I really do love them, but they're a fucking pain in the ass sometimes. I'm
still fan these trainees, you know.
Would you ever? Have you I don't know why you don't get a dog for the kids or something.
Can't. Fully allergic. So Lila is riddled. Me bird's riddled with allergies, right? So we found Lila's allergy sheet from the doctors a few months back, and she's allergic to... Her biggest allergy is dog dander. So she's allergic to dog dander, she's allergic to dust, eggs, pollen, fucking nuts, everything. Like that's fucking...
Are you a cat?
Sly, don't like them.
Cat? Nah. I'm becoming more of a cat person lately.
No.
I'm becoming much more of a cat person lately. Cats are where it's at, I think. Cats, they don't bother you as much as dogs. Yeah. Dogs can be needy. Time for another word from one of our lovely sponsors. Bobby, who's the sponsor?
Well, I'll tell you. The sponsor is Grid, and that's 2 eyes in the Grid. The lads over at Grid, the lads over from Ireland, sent us over a big care package full of goodies, tracksuits, t-shirts, caps, you name it.
Look how smart you look.
Very smart. They are based over in Ireland, but don't you worry, because they ship all over the world.
The world.
If you're quick enough, they're about to drop the summer release. Some nice trackies, some nice shorts, very contemporary, very lightweight. I'm fat, I look good. And 1st of June, they're dropping in Foot Asylum, Liverpool.
Ooh. But Gary, if I may.
You may.
You will not get 20% off in Foot Asylum. But I'll tell you where you can. Head over to gridofficial.com, and then when you get to checkout, put in the code Happenin20 at checkout. I'll repeat that for you, Bob. It's Happenin20 at checkout, and that'll get you 20% off all of your orders, courtesy of us, because we really are men of the people. That's gridofficial.com. Their Instagram is grid_. That'll be on the screen. Check them out. Links in the description. Bang! Boom!
Yeah, we had a sticking set. I'll tell you about that.
Not really a pet, but
I know. Well, my dog died, and for ages I held it against my mum and dad, because I got a sticking set like a week later, because I was like devastated. And I always thought they'd bought it me to like get me over it, and then I pulled them up on it about a year ago, and they were like, nah, it was the next door neighbour who got you that, we didn't even want it. But it died like a day later, so it was
nobody's fucking getting rid of it.
I was even more devastated. It was just...
What did you call a stick insect?
It died within a day, so it didn't even have
Not even a chance to bond enough.
What would you call it?
It's a tough question, isn't it?
But what do you call a stick insect?
What do you call a stick insect?
So, do you know what? Like, what would be?
Find them for the life of me.
What would be your dream pet? You know, it doesn't even need to be an animal that you can legally keep as a pet. We're talking hypotheticals here. If you could have one, what would it be?
A Gyarados.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay, let's talk real animals, specifically real animals.
Oh, do you know what? I'd like... Maybe, okay, there's a few different sizes.
Okay, yeah, okay, small, medium, large pet, let's do.
Okay.
A bird would be sick.
They're not sick.
No, like
Depends on the bird.
A bird,
so
like
our David loves his animals. He's got pigs and everything at the minute. But like he used to have a couple of bird of preys, like fucking falcons and all that, and like hawks. And his mate, Derek, but his name's Koch because he's got a massive joey. He trained his bird.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's big. Probably on par with you, but but what he used to do, right? He used to drive down the motorway in his car, and his bird would fly out of the passenger seat, and like go and fucking grab like rabbits and all that, and then fly back into his car. And he trained it to do that.
Blood all over the car, though.
Yeah, you would, like, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck that. So what would you go for the bird of prey?
I'm saying bird of prey. That's a good shout though. Don't know. Ooh. Go on. I go large. What's?
I'd love a monkey.
I want a polar bear.
Okay, but then you've got to think of facilitating a polar bear.
That guy's got one, hasn't he?
Well, do you know what's the most disappointing thing I've ever seen? There's
the big bear.
The Yorkshire Wildlife Park is the only place in the UK that has a polar bear in captivity, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And I was like to the kids, I'm going to go see a polar bear, that's fucking sick. I drove all the way up to Yorkshire, right? Not realising polar bear's fur is translucent and it looks white because it reflects the snow in its environment. So when you put a polar bear in a muddy field in Yorkshire, it just looks like it's got jaundice. It looks horrible. It's just like a yellowy, grey, brown reflecting the muddy floor, and it looks shit. And I was like, well, that's disappointing. Because you see it's like skin behind the fur.
You see the sadness in it?
Yeah, it just looks sad, like.
Yeah, fuck that. I just want a little monkey, mate. I just want a little monkey to live with me, lad. I think that'd be the coolest fucking pet. It's just some little dude that just lives with you.
Yeah.
The only thing it can't do is talk. It does everything else.
Curious George can though.
Well,
Can he talk?
No.
He can't, can he?
Not
He's
curious
just
enough.
sick, isn't he?
No, but the thing is,
He's not curious enough.
I've seen a monkey have a wank before. I've seen a monkey come.
Clip it.
No, I'm being serious. I've seen a monkey. I'm not mentioning
How,
years.
where, when, what, why?
Knowsley Safari Park. So years ago, my mum used to work
Little
with...
baboon one. What do they call?
I think it was a
The
baboon.
baboons.
So the ones that like they just come and sit on the bonnet of your car and you just gotta fucking just let
Lad,
them.
I had an encounter with a prick the other day.
Horrible, lad. Well, lad, one cummed on the car. We were there, my mum used to work with this Spanish vet. This woman called Anna, Spanish woman.
Spanish Anne.
Spanish. And fucking... She'd never been to the safari park and she wanted to go. She did. Everyone had told her about it. So my mum was like one day, well, I'm going with taking my son on the weekend. Come with us. So we went and we're in like the bit where you drive through like the monkey's enclosure and stuff like that. And this monkey gets on the thing on the bonnet of the car and it's just playing with its dick in its hand, looking right through. And the next minute, its hand is just all down. Wow. It was honestly horrible.
Traumatizing.
I didn't know what was going on by the man. I was like 9. And I'm just watching this fucking massive monkey just come on the windscreen and it was disgusting. Honestly, one of the most harrowing things I've seen as a child.
Boss.
It was vile.
The horrible bastard.
Like, they're not nice animals, but I want one.
We went a few weeks back, right?
That's what made you want one.
Yeah.
And did it for me.
I said to my bed, let's go in your car, because your car's shit. She was like, no, we're going yours, you've got the panoramic sunroof, we'll be able to see and everything. I was like, fuck it, go ahead. So we drove in, and I was looking at my car and I was thinking, I haven't got an aerial, it's just got like a little shark's fin and all that. I was like, there's nothing really they can rip off. They can get me window wipers if they want, but they're just window wipers. I was like, we're safe, we're sound. So we drives in, right? The car in front of me and the car behind had about 15 fucking baboons all over it. Not one of them went near our car. And I was like, fuming. I was going, well, I want at least one. Like, I want to fucking see before I drive out. So we were like delaying. People were overtaking us and everything. We were like, I want a fucking monkey on the car. And then this little one just fucking jumps on the bonnet and just stares at me bed like that, lad. Just fucking like, what's happening, kid? You right? What's happening? I'm like, do something then. Yeah. Like, we're watching. And he just casually strolled across the bonnet, sat on like the wind mirror next to me bed, just kept eye contact with me bed, and his little fucking pinky and thumb went up to me window and just started peeling the rubber seal from around my window like that, right? Got it, went like that, still looking at me bed, bit it, snapped it in half and went dink, and then just went, laters, and got off, lad. And the car was getting returned from work. It was my blue one. It was getting returned in about 2 weeks, and I got told 2 weeks prior to the return, any damage on the car you'll be liable to pay. And I was thinking, oh, lad, he's just like, my car's not watertight now. Like, he's ripped the seal off, he's bit it and snapped it, and I was ruined the rest of the drive, because as we're driving, that's only halfway through the fucking safari park.
The window.
It's just flopping, and I'm going, oh, fuming here, you know.
One of my dad's mates years ago took the number plate off his car, and the fucking shot as he ran away, went to get out the car to chase them, and I was like, they're baboons, them.
They will eat you, they
do you know what they would do to a human? Have you seen the video? I think it's in India somewhere, and the monkey's only little, and it jumps on the back of some woman's head, and like it bites her there and pulls back, and it peels her fucking scalp back. And horrible.
Well, another one in the safari park, right? And he had to be a dickhead, because who in the right mind would do this, right? Some fella, big rangy sports, come in with a roof box on, right? Roof box. The baboons opened his roof box, and he had like a week shopping in there. He'd just been to the Tesco before the safari park, so there was just tins of beans, cabbage, nappies everywhere. And I was thinking, if you done it on purpose, because that's fucking stupid, they just had it off, like.
I just don't know what to do with the parrot, me. It's broke me heart, because I was so excited when we got it, because we used to have parrots.
Take the safari park, let the baboons have it.
Honestly, just fucking throw it to them.
So what's the problem with it?
It doesn't like me, and I don't know why.
Is that why you've had your haircut, to try and make it like you?
Well, I'm hoping it makes it needs a little bit of a difference. I don't know if it will, but like it just let the first time.
How do you know it doesn't like you?
Because it makes it very clear. It's every time I go near it, it screams at me and tries to bite me face, lad. It couldn't. Excuse me.
Do you have to put it? Do you have to put it in the cage and stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, try doing it. Because parrots, right? So I've learned a lot about the psychology of parrots the last few days. I've been googling shit to try and educate myself in his ways. Right. And the way parrots demonstrate hierarchy, it's very, very, very simple. So the parrot that sits highest in the tree is the alpha parrot. It's the dominant parrot in that situation.
Genuinely in the tree?
No, yeah, genuinely. So if when they're in the wild, say there's fucking 10 parrots in a tree, whichever parrot is at the top is literally the highest in the tree, is like the fucking top dog of the parrots. So it's cage. I'm 5'11", 6 foot with shoes on, maybe 6'1", depending on the shoe, but I'm 5'11". So when I'm in the house, I'm 5'11". So when I'm going over to the cage to try and get it, to put it back in the cage, it just gets on top of the cage.
It's like, you're too small.
So you can't do anything, because then it's higher on you, so then if you try to reach for it, you're disrespecting him then.
Yeah, he's the alpha.
So then he's trying to bite you. He got on my shoulder the first day I'd seen it. Gets on my shoulder, he was there for 2 seconds and snapped down at me fucking eye socket. I don't know what to do.
Flick him in the beak.
I'm getting emotional, because
I reckon you've got to be the alpha, so you've got to climb on top of his cage.
It'll bite me, it will, like, look at the size of its beak, Gary.
Take them ladders home.
Look at the size of its beak.
Stand above it for hours,
right. Look at the size of the beak. It would take your fucking fingers off, lad. Look at the size of the beak on it.
Lad, that's a big fella, that.
Look at it.
That's a big fella, that. How can you...
I'm thinking it's like this big, but that's
No, mate. From the tip of its tail to its head, you're talking that. It's fucking... Mate,
I'm going to ask ChatGPT. How... Is it a parrot?
How expensive are they?
About 1,800.
Is it a parrot?
The steep, like a blue and gold macaw, to be specific.
How to befriend a blue and gold...
MACAW.
Blue and gold... MAC...
AW.
AW, that doesn't like me.
Please, do you know, if AI can help me with this, maybe I'll start changing my mind on him.
It's writing.
Okay, because honestly, like, I was, like, when we used to have these parrots when I was a kid, I loved them to fucking pieces.
It's giving me some information, yeah.
They loved me. Like, there was a bond, because, like, parrots are very, like, they get very sentimentally, genuinely, like, you can form a bond with the parrot. The one we used to have, we had it since it was a baby. We used to let my mum carry it round like a baby and stuff like that. It was crazy. I'm not messing. This one just fucking hates me.
So,
what's happened to it before it got to you, though?
I don't know. It lived in Birmingham. It's the only thing I can think of.
There you go, then.
But it... Go on, hit me with this information.
Befriending a blue and gold macaw that doesn't initially like you requires patience, consistency, and understanding of a bird's behaviour and needs.
I'm not willing to do any of those
Here are
things.
some steps to help build positive relationship with a macaw. Respect personal space. Avoid forcing interactions. Give the macaw space and time to get used to your presence without feeling threatened.
I've probably already been forcing interactions.
Okay. Observe body language. Learn to recognise signs of stress or discomfort, e.g. fluffed feathers, hissing, lunging, and back off if you notice them. Positive signs include relaxed posture and preening. Okay? So you've not done that either?
I've done that.
Okay. Create a routine. Consistency helps build trust. Visit the macaw at the same time each day and follow a predictable routine. So that's telling me a macaw's autistic.
Yeah.
Offer treats. Use the macaw's favourite foods as treats to create positive associations with you. Start by placing treats in the cage and gradually offer them on your hand. Speak softly. Talk to the macaw in a calm and soothing voice. Avoid loud noises or sudden movements that might scare the bird.
If you're trying to get it to go, yeah, of course, if you're going past the cage, if you're going past the cage, every time I go past and going, yeah, of course, just past the cage, hopefully he picks it up.
Engage in positive interactions. Spend time near the macaw doing quiet activities such as reading or talking softly. That helps the bird get used to your presence. Use clicker training. Positive reinforcement training with a clicker can help establish a bond. Click and treat when the macaw exhibits desired behaviours.
I just wanted to sit on my arm.
Offer toys and enrichment. Provide a variety of toys and activities to keep the macaw mentally stimulated. Interacting with toys near you can help the bird feel more comfortable.
So it's like having a kid.
There's so many more, but I'm gonna go down to the last one.
Go on.
Seek professional help.
Okay.
If you're struggling to make
So now it's a me thing, is it?
If you're struggling to make progress, consider consulting with an avian behaviourist or a vet specialising in birds for additional strategies. You're all right, you know.
No,
I'd rather get rid of it.
Honestly, because, so, this is the thing. So, my dad, because it's my mum and dad's 25th wedding anniversary this year, and my mum's also 50. So,
she got a parrot.
So,
some
dad,
midlife crisis.
My dad wanted to get like a sort of big present, you know, for like the two occasions. And ever since we had to get rid of the last parrot we had, that my mum loved to bits, and this parrot loved me mad as well. My mum was fucking devastated. She's always said she wants another one. So, but she's always also said that she wants a certain type of cat called a Maine Coon, which is the biggest.
Big ones, aren't they?
I think it's the biggest breed of like domesticated
How'd
cat.
you spell that?
Maine, and then exactly how you'd imagine the second word to be spelled.
Got like a big white thing going on.
Yeah, the fucking they're huge. They stand like that big off the floor. The fucking
size
big,
of that bird's arms.
Yeah, they're big. My mum's always wanted one, and
They're
not a
dead,
cat.
aren't they?
but the only thing is you couldn't let her out the house because someone's stealing her. If I bumped into that cat and I've had if I'm coming home pissed one night and I see that cat in the street, I'm going to assume it's been sent to me, so I'm going to be like, well, I'm keeping this cat.
Imagine taking mushies and seeing that.
Well, it would be. But no,
You'd think you're a nanny or something.
But no, because the thing is, so my dad was either going to get a Maine Coon or a blue and gold macaw.
How much are they?
How big are they?
Maine Coons goes about that big.
Yeah.
They're fucking big. It'd be bigger than the dog, ain't he?
Yeah,
Fucking well bigger than him. Little gay. Hate that dog.
A Maine Coon cat, height 10 to 16 inches, and that's with its feet on the floor. Weight 8 to 18 pounds. Lifespan 10 to 13 years. That's big, that lah.
Big cats.
How much are they?
So my dad was like, I'll either get you one of them or I'll get you the parrot. My mum chose the parrot. And I was like, no, I was excited at the idea. I assumed I was going to meet this parrot. I was going to approach it with my naturally calm sort of aura that I give off. And we were going to instantly become friends. I had it in my head. I was going to come home, give it a few treats up on my arm, and it's like, right, cool. I didn't know I'd had to go into the fucking psychology of some wild bird from Brazil. It makes no sense at all. So now I've got this parrot living in the house who requires specific routine attention, or it's going to continue trying to bite me face.
I suppose you'd rather that with a parrot than a cat, though.
I don't know,
because that cat's like that. It could actually do some damage, though.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is if you really need to restrain a cat, you can. If you need to restrain a parrot,
that beats us.
No, it's flying away. And if a parrot comes at your fucking claws, beak, fucking scratching, biting, what am I doing to stop that? I can control it. It's on the floor. Cat's in my world. We're grounded fucking thing. I can grab it. I'm not saying I would do, but if I needed to pin a cat down, I'm sure I could, regardless of the size of the cat. If it's domesticated, the cat's getting pinned down.
Cat's teeth are fucking razor sharp, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but as soon as you just lock the cat up, secure the legs first, lock the cat,
get it in fucking
and
guard,
then you just put your weight on the cat. The cat's not doing it. You can't do it with the parrot because it'll bite your eye out.
Yeah, look at this, lad, in America. A Maine Coon cat price depends on male or female. Males are more expensive. If it's a better breed, if the breeder the breeder will then double the cost. Sorry. Some colour combinations cost more because it's a rarity, like fall colour Maine Coon. You should plan on paying anything between $1,800 and $2,500 for a cat.
Yeah, Steve.
Wow.
What's that breed of cat called? Is it a serval cat? They're bigger again than Maine Coons. It looks like a little mini mountain lion.
Or something?
No, it's like a little. It looks like a little mountain lion that lives in your house, and like you can't tell if they like it or not because this. Yeah.
The fuck's that?
Yeah.
Face on it?
Put a picture of a serval cat on the screen now.
The face on it now, lad?
Yeah. Oh no, we did that. That might not even be the one I'm thinking of. That's not the same one.
That's a serval cat.
Oh no. What am I thinking of then? Jack, pull that up for us. Because it's going to bother me. There's one on the internet that goes viral all the time called Pumbaa, whatever you want to say it. And it's a bobcat.
Bobcats are dangerous.
Yeah, have you seen this fella's got one as a pet?
Well,
they kill people, bobcats, don't they?
Yeah, they fuck people up.
There's a Derek something. He's an ex-NFL player and he now does hunting and stuff. He's been on Joe Rogan. And he's hunted bobcats and stuff. And he made the news in America because they got calls of this bobcat being like killing people's pets and like trying to get children and stuff. Yeah. And he goes and kills it, lad. The size this bobcat now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What's his name? I've got him on Instagram. I'll find it. Derek.
That'd be a sick pet though. If you
a carousel cat, that's it. You want to look at a carousel in a minute as well. That's like a bobcat but smaller, but lives in your house.
Derek Wolf, his name is, right? So Derek.
When you're on about theoretical pets.
Bobcat. Oh yeah, we went on a fucking map.
Yeah. Like
a bobcat would be sound.
Look, lad.
I feel like I feel more protected in the house having a big cat and a big dog.
This Derek Wolf was nearly 7 foot, like a fucking linebacker.
Yeah,
whatever.
Big dude.
That's the bobcat.
Shit, put that picture on the screen. That's fucking crazy. I think one of the mythical animals on Red Dead there.
Look at the size of that.
That's unbelievable.
The size of that.
Look at it. What was it, Jack? A cat.
C-A-R.
A-C-A-L.
A-C-A-R.
They're sick. That's that. Dream pet was talking one of them.
Carousel.
Yeah.
With the mad ears.
Yeah, they're sick though, aren't they?
Like them.
Yeah. Imagine that in the house. Imagine you break into a house. I'd be more scared seeing two of them come around the corner than two German Shepherds. They're going to fuck you up, them.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
They've got like muzzies on their ears.
They're cold-blooded, them. Like, that'll fucking kill you, that.
They've got eyelashes on their ears.
There's a woman on TikTok who's got two of them.
There's a guy, I don't know if it's one of them, or he's got like... it's either a puma or a cheetah or something, and there's a clip of him, and he just basically like talks to it like, you know, as if it's a dog, and all the comments are like, it, you know, when it's hissing at him.
Yeah.
And he just thinks it's playing with him. Have you ever seen that? Where he's like, nah, he thinks it's playing with him, and everyone in the comments are just like, get rid of it. It's not a domesticated animal. He's like eyeing him up, basically. There was our next door neighbour, they had snakes. Have I told you the story as well?
No, but I think I know what you're going to say, it's the same thing.
And they were younger then. They were like 2 younger kids. And the snake got out of the enclosure or whatever it was, and it got into the bed. And was lying next to her next to her. And she woke up next to her. And obviously they had to get rid of it, but it's just...
It's lining you up to eat her, innit? Would you ever about the fella who had he had like a pet chimpanzee, right?
No.
And it got a little bit too big for him, and he got out of bed, and he had kids and all that, and he just couldn't have this chimpanzee anymore. So he donated it to a fucking chimp enclosure or whatever. And he went back to visit it one day, and chimpanzees are like animals who...
They remember you as well.
They remember you, but like it's all about loyalty and stuff and all that. And he turned up on its birthday and had like a birthday cake for this chimpanzee. And he went into the enclosure, but all the other chimpanzees were like, where the fuck's our cake? and just mauled him to death. Like, just killed him, just fucking jumped on him and just ripped him to shreds. Like, pulled his arms limb from limb and everything.
I think that'd be one of the most terrifying deaths in the world. That, you know, like
and the noise, though.
You know, imagine like 5 or 6 fully grown chimpanzees just on you. Like, I don't reckon you're lasting 30 seconds to 60 seconds there. You're gone, because not only are they fucking, they're probably beating you as well. They're pulling your legs off, they're biting you and that. Terrifying. But then you see
the strength they've got as well.
Yeah, because you know, I seen a video the other week of this monkey was like, this little chimp. Holding it, we'll find out. was holding the fella's hand and walked him towards a climbing frame.
It is cute though.
And then it climbed up, and the fella went like that and put his hand out. The chimpanzees reached down, helped him up, and then the fellas went fist bumped it in hand and fist bumped him, and I was like, that's the greatest pet you can ever have.
I reckon Otis looks like a chimpanzee a little bit.
Your baby son.
Yeah.
Get a picture of him up. Let me see.
As in he's built like one, or his face?
Both. Did I tell you about Lennon and school tomorrow?
No.
Oh, so funny.
Go on.
So tomorrow, it's in school. It's a couple of weeks ago. Teresa's your favourite musician or musical instrument? Lennon asked, could he go as Travis Scott? I went, nope.
No, you cannot, son.
Not a chance.
Absolutely not. Man, think your son's favourite artist is Travis Scott.
Well, it's not. Because I said to him, name a Travis Scott song, I don't know. And I just Googled Travis Scott Fortnite, and he's a character on Fortnite.
Oh, okay,
and he's
makes
addicted.
sense.
So guess who he's going as instead?
A$AP Rocky.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, no, we did what year?
So Mel's got him.
What year Michael Jackson? Like, there's a few variants.
Mel's got him a little hat with like the silver glove and everything.
That's sick.
And lad, all he's been doing all week is moonwalking around the house going,
oh, he's getting in character, isn't he? He's getting prepped.
Lad, he's getting in
I'm gonna
character.
Your kids are funny, you know.
Look, there he is, little chimpanzee boy. Look at him.
I just think he looks like a mini you. Like
he looks like fucking, he's got a massive swollen head, lah.
Do you know what you need to do, right? You need to somehow find a way to edit a beard onto Otis.
There's me as a baby.
Like, that's the same kid. That you Otis is a bit of a cuter kid, actually. You were a bit of a mad-looking kid.
Yeah, I know. How dark my fella is, though. Mad, isn't it?
Was that his actual natural skin tone?
That's my dad, yeah.
Why did you come out ginger then? Did your mum ginger?
Don't know. He was there. He weren't that dark. Just a shadow.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Creatures Comedy Club in Manchester is on the fucking up, you know.
Is it?
Like, I haven't done Creatures for a little while.
Last time I done it was with you.
And Kyle's got his own show there every Wednesday. I'm doing it next week. Oh no, I'm not in Glastonbury, so I'm not doing it next Wednesday. I'll have to tell him. Speak to him, see if you can jump on next Wednesday. It's like a riff show, and you go on.
Is it the striptease one?
No, he's bringing that there soon, but he does like a riff show, and like the audience, we've got to put suggestions in a bucket, and then you go up and you've got like 10 minutes, and you've got to do 5 minutes like riffing, as Kyle calls it, and then 5 minutes like a little bit of material. I was on last, so I done like 15.
Do you reckon you'd be able to do a gig at Glastonbury one day? Because they do comedy, don't they?
It is doable, but you've got to apply and go for like audition gigs and stuff like that. Like, it's a whole process. Harry Stachini's doing it.
Yeah.
I want to get him back on the pod. Ideally for the Glastonbury Glastonbury recap podcast. That's a fucking mouthful, because he's obviously going, but he's going and doing the comedy there as well. So I'd be interested to see the difference in our experience as well as we're there.
How actually big is Glastonbury? Because I've seen some stuff on like the amount of stages and stuff like that.
It's crazy.
I've never actually been, so
when the whole festival's put together, the festival itself is bigger than Wigan as a place.
No way.
Like, not just the town centre, like the whole. It's bigger than that. It's crazy big. Like, one, like if to walk from one end of the festival to the other, it's taking you 2 hours, 2.5 hours to go fully from one end to the other.
Jesus.
Well, that's 2.5 hours in the state you're in. It might take you an hour and a half otherwise. What have you found?
Do you want to see something scary? What have you just asked me to do?
Oh, just with a beard. Lad, tell me that's not you, lad. Tell me that's just not Gary before he got the trim. Put that on the screen. Can we put Otis on the screen?
Yeah.
Look, can you see that, Jack? Is that just your beard? That's funny.
I just cut my beard off and put it on the baby.
That's funny.
That is disgusting.
That is funny. Right, another thing as well, because obviously I know we mentioned this last week, but if we're going to go ahead and do it soon, I want to let the people know what's coming up.
For people?
So, obviously we were talking about doing more live comedy, finding a little venue for ourselves, getting it set up. We haven't found the venue yet, but what we're hoping to do, obviously with the help of our friend Jack, obviously me and Gary, and any other comics that want to feel free to come and jump on. We want to start, basically, it'll be in Liverpool, we'll take it to other cities, obviously as it progresses and stuff. That's a little bit further down the line, but I want to bring the What's Happening Comedy Club into fruition. Obviously not get a full venue yet, we haven't got the money for that. I haven't even got the money for the train home, so that's a little bit of a way off. But I want to find a nice little venue. I want to find somewhere where we can sort of make it our own and start. And I know we've got a lot of people who watch the podcast who might have been to see live comedy before. You might have even been to see me and Gary before. Or if you haven't and you're in or around Liverpool, I really encourage you to come down. I want to try and get it up and running, ideally within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. I think that's a good time for anyone to do it. And obviously with the help and support of the people who watch the podcast and the people who have followed us either from the beginning to now or they've just jumped on recently, it's a really good chance for us to meet some of you as well. Of course it is. We used to do it all the time. Remember, we used to do shows in town all the time. We'd get people coming just because they watch the podcast and who had never been to see live comedy before, who then are now regular. They see them regularly at gigs and stuff. It's a good chance for obviously us to connect with people watching the podcast in a little bit of a different way. But it's also a good chance for you to come maybe to either see us, or if you've never seen comedy before or you like going to see comedy, we're going to be getting loads of fucking good comics on. We just need to find the venue. So if you're watching as well, we'll make this a little clip actually, because
clip it. This
is a call to all venue owners in the Liverpool city region, preferably city centre, just because it's accessible for more people. But as I just said then, we are wanting to start a What's Happening Comedy Club. We'll start it maybe weekly or monthly or bi-weekly, and then eventually, the way Creatures is running in Manchester, they're doing comedy 7 nights a week. They're getting crowds in. Obviously, that takes work to get to that point, but that's what that's what you need.
But that's what I like about Creatures, because they've worked at it, and there's nights I've gone and it's been sold out, and there's nights I've gone and there's been 3 people and they've just gone, Sam, you still doing the show,
you still
and they've just pushed through, and now they're in it for the longevity, aren't they? Like
honestly, I hadn't gigged there for a while, and then going last night and sort of like it's always been a good gig. It's always been a fucking great gig. But you know, like I think I remember before they ever started it, I was in Manchester with Kai. I'd never met Evan.
Yeah, Evan's cool
at that point. He'd be an interesting person to get on the podcast. Actually, I'll speak to Evan about that. That'd be fucking really good. But he basically, I'd never met Evan. Kai, he's from Canada. He's one of Kyle's mates. We went and met up with him. And he just moved to Manchester and he was looking for a venue to start running something, and we went into the bar where it is, Corner Boy in Manchester, and we went into the basement where the gig is now, and he was like, I'm thinking of doing it here. We were just all sitting in there, we had a little pint, and we were like, yeah, this is sick. And then I've gigged there loads since. I haven't gigged there for a while, as I said, up until last night, but seeing what Evan's managed to do, it's like, it's inspiring, because you think that's obviously...
And they sell ham and cheese toasties.
It's bosh. It's bosh, but I feel like...
Is this a venue, or is this like...
So yeah,
I don't know.
It's a boozer upstairs.
Right. The bar's sick as well,
The bar's sick, and then you go downstairs.
Manchester.
Basement room, yeah.
I'm going to be going back there in a couple of weeks. If you're not doing that in the night, come down. Yeah. Especially if Gary's jumping on as well. But looking at what Evans obviously managed to do, and seeing like, I know it took a lot of work and a lot of hours put into it, but he's working in tandem with like the Frog and Bucket now, like recommending acts, and like they'll send acts over to him, he'll send acts to them. They've got such a good thing going, and then obviously
it's an established night now.
Yeah, you look what Jordan Ducharme's done with like the stage and radio comedy circus, where he had the open mic and then the roast battle and that show last night as well. Like it's like Manchester, the comedy scene in Manchester is thriving, and it's like. You look at the comedy scene in Liverpool, you've got Hot Water, which is it's fucking great for what it is. It's a very well established comedy club, but underneath that, there's nothing going on. No. There really isn't anything going on.
They have loads of little open mic nights, and it's good for running bits, but it's not established. Like,
I feel like obviously we've been doing this for long enough. Me and you have been doing comedy for long enough between us now. We've run gigs, we've fucking done gigs, we've been to them, we've been and watched them, and like I feel like between us and then obviously your knowledge of having like being able to like put stuff onto screens and like make it look a certain way, I think it's too good of an opportunity not to at least try and do. We've got the cameras to record it and put clips out as often as you want.
We'll do like fucking Joe Rogan and the Comedy Mothership. We'll have a live band of parlours on stage playing the music.
There you go. You with the guitar playing people on, you just play a little riff and you come on. It's such a sick idea, you know.
Do you reckon just say to people then, put a little like, obviously you have just said about venues getting in touch, but like seeing what people think what venues they want us to go, where they want.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, like obviously, if you're not in Liverpool, let us know. Let us know where you are, and then we'll look at what. Because obviously, if me and Gary could come and do a show and bring a couple of comedians with us, even if it means a little road trip out somewhere for the night, we do a show, we come back. You know what I mean?
the other thing as well, specials. Obviously, we talked about ideas. Just we're on about doing for specials.
Yeah, we'll speak about that off camera because our Jack has divided a couple of fucking really good and within the budget ideas.
Not even to go through. Not even to go through those ideas.
How long have we done?
Not even to go through them, but like obviously put it forward to people about what specials they can come up with as well. They can think of us doing.
It's just
the stuff planned, isn't it? Like so.
Yeah, and I feel like we're at a point now. We've got a good little sort of.
Yeah, we've turned the corner again.
Like obviously, I mean, I'm speaking like you aren't even fucking watching here. It's like, but like obviously, like let us know what you think about like because obviously Jack's come on board the last few weeks and he's like. The way he's doing like the graphics for Instagram and just and
like
that
a little
sort
Jack
of
in the
thing,
box, isn't he?
It rounds everything off nicely. Everything looks a little bit more professional, and I think you know you only get so much of a window to really do things. And like I said about the comedy scene in Liverpool, like fucking, it's
you can tell though that it's made we've took a step up and stuff because fans will always be fans and will always comment and praise, but now. Peers who are other comics and other podcasters and stuff have been commenting going fucking sick intro that boy's sick trailer and all that. People have started noticing that's when I'm not saying I don't respect the fans' opinions, but the fans will always be supportive. It's when you see like fucking other comics and other podcasts and all that recognising, that's when you know you've to step up. So thanks very much, lad.
It's good having because obviously as well, Jack can do more of the sort of technical side than me and Gary can do. He's a lot like you could obviously do as much fucking editing as anybody's ever done. But you're good with like the creative side of it, and obviously like that's where if anybody.
I got to the point where I was just doing bare minimum as little as I could do to get it out the door. Do you know what I mean?
But I think it's more like we've sat down and planned stuff as well going forward. That's what's good.
Yeah,
because we can actually say to people, you know, and so many people are like, "Oh, what's coming next?" And we actually do have. That's the one thing we actually do have stuff planned.
But
Jack's smart.
In terms of the comedy, Jack, exactly how long have we recorded?
Well, we had the cameras on for a little bit before.
Well, we'll keep going for like a little 5-10
more minutes. Right. I'm going to bring it back. We never decided animals. We got 3 sizes.
We did.
We didn't. Right. So monkey, small animal.
I'd say medium. It'll be the medium.
What's okay? Because I really, and I've never done it. I want to ride a horse.
Do you actually?
I've watched and completed Yellowstone, and I want to ride a horse.
I can make that happen for you as soon as you'd like it to happen.
How?
My mum's got one.
Let's
There's a
do
special.
a Patreon special.
Yeah, and before anyone
Horse
starts
riding.
commenting, you fucking little Tony, your man's got a horse. Like, there's a story behind it. She'd always wanted a horse since she was a little girl, and she asked me dad one day, just being a cheeky cunt, will you get me a horse? My dad obviously said, go and fuck yourself, I'm not paying for a horse. He said it to my mum jokingly, she had a little Mini Cooper at the time. She'd always wanted a Mini Cooper.
Sell your car, get a horse.
Sell your car, buy yourself a horse. So my mum went, all right, sold the car, bought a horse, and then made him buy a new car.
Danny's ma going down to 62 to work on a pony. Yeah, I've always wanted to ride the horse, I've never done it.
Should we do it?
Should we get it done?
Patreon special. Do you know what, right? I'm going to stop saying Patreon special after every fun idea. Every time we try to spend time together, I'm like, bring the cameras, bring them.
That's just fun.
But yeah,
so I want a horse.
Yeah, we'll teach Gary to ride the horse. I'm saying that I can't ride the horse.
Can you ride the horse?
No, can I fuck?
You ever been on your ma's horse, Jack?
He has, but it was just bumhole to Willie. He's been wrapped around that horse.
You got absolutely fucking choked by that pony.
But yeah, I'm really excited at the idea of just fucking like trying to establish something comedy wise in Liverpool because obviously like Hot Water are doing their own thing and they're smashing it, which is sad. But there's comedians who especially like local lads who are fucking really funny who might not be that is horrible again. That has been all night that. It feels thick.
Something's dead.
But anyway,
have you ever seen the videos where the couples play Guess My Fart?
It's so funny.
So funny.
It's so
Have you seen
funny.
it?
No.
There's like a couples on Instagram and that, and they go, Guess My Fart, and the bird will go, and then he'll fart, and it'll either be the fart or not.
You've got to try and guess the sound of the fart. We'll start playing a good game.
It's a good game.
But yeah, I like seeing
Patreon
like,
special.
Walking around town doing Guess My Fart to people.
But yeah, I just feel like when I look at how the comedy scene and the circuit in Manchester works, I feel like people are working a lot more together, and it's evidence with things like the stage and radio comedy that Jordan Duchamp does. You got things like Creatures What Evan does. Not only is it a chance for them to establish something for themselves, but it's also giving the comedians a more of an opportunity, and I feel like that's the only way. If you think about it, it improves the standard of comedy in the city, because the people who aren't maybe getting a look at the big clubs can then come and get the stage time and get themselves. I done the gig in the Pilgrim again.
How was that?
There was 7 people there, but it was fucking. It was sick, because you're able to like when there's 7 people there and 2 of them have come in the car with you. The other 2 of them are comics, and there's no pressure on it. Yeah. So it's like you can go, and if you're trying to work out material, or you're really trying to fucking get on and put a bit of a performance into your material, you can do it. And I feel like at the moment, outside of the big club in Liverpool, there's no way that people can just go and fucking do that. People start things and then it doesn't take off within 3 shows, and then it fizzles out, and it's just like no one's really trying to establish something. Do you know what I mean?
And selling tickets is hard. A lot of people trying ticket events and stuff, and it just falls over. So
you know what? You do your weekly shows free, and then the weekend shows your tickets to the $5.
You need the fucking arse on seats. Bums on seats.
That's it. And even if it's 6 people in the room.
From any sort of business point of view, no business should really earn a profit in its first 12 months. It's just establishing yourself.
Yeah. You just got to get yourself there.
If you're going to run a night, don't look at it for the financial gains. Just fucking put a good night on.
And it's more the fact you spoke to me for ages about putting gigs on. It's not even a money side. You've always wanted to put gigs on anyway.
I just want to do it so that because I remember, I say it like it was ages ago. It was 2.5 years ago. Roughly when we first started doing comedy. You were a little bit before me, but any given day of the week, you could message a few people. Any gigs done on tonight, whether it was in a pub somewhere in Anfield, or it was a little bar in town in a basement or a loft room, and
there was a boom, weren't
there was options. There was something. Even if you just go to a pub and you do fucking 5 to 7 to 10 minutes of just new material that you've been writing.
There was at least one every night of the week.
Near enough every night.
Yeah. And because I remember we got to a point where in town you could do 3-4 gigs in one night.
Yeah. It was the Mondays. You could go on 3 gigs.
Yeah, on the Monday, you could do fucking Dean's. You could do fucking open mic night. You can go and do Adam Hughes's or anything.
Yeah.
There was just in a space of a 10-minute walk as well.
Yeah. Do you know what though? It's it doesn't help the scene in general when obviously you've got big comedy clubs in the city who realistically should be encouraging a comedy scene underneath them, because then when the comedians get to that club, they're better. Even just from gigging locally, there's options for them. And when you've got bigger promoters, bigger comedy clubs, sort of
grassroots footy, innit?
Yeah,
grassroots comedy.
You're putting pressure on the comedians to not do the gigs because it's competition or it's disloyal or however they choose to word it. It then squashes the reach of it, because then people are scared. Then it's if you do that gig, you're not getting on our club.
Yeah,
and then it's it fucks it up for everybody. Then do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I think it's about time for the comedy scene in Liverpool, and I know there's an audience for it. I know there's a market for it. And people just need another place to go.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Whether it be for audience or comedians, people just need a place to go, and just even if there's fucking 10 people in the room sitting having a laugh, you've had a successful evening.
That's the thing on the open mic circuit as well, especially comics. It's their social life.
Yeah, I love the nights through the week when I'm gigging, because you go and you'll see people who like in Manny last night, Alfie Carter, Jordan Duchamp, people like Kyle's there. It's just there's people who you like and who you enjoy working with, and it's fucking there needs to be more of it. Yeah. And not even from an individual perspective of wanting to succeed as a comedian. It's just if you're a comedian, you should care about comedy. You should want it to be as much of it as possible. That's what it's like in Manchester. We're not even fucking 40 minutes down the road, and it's night and day compared to
it. It is mad that it's literally fucking 40 minutes down the road.
It's mad, but as I said, it the Frog and Bucket in Manchester encourage the comedians underneath like Jordan and Evan to grow something and bring something to them. Whereas obviously in Liverpool it's a little bit of a different...
He started doing his roast battles in the fucking Frog.
Yeah, mate, it's crazy. It's like there's such an opportunity, but people, I feel like the comics in Liverpool, to be honest, they need to come together a little bit more. You know, instead of all racing, instead of it being a rat race to try and get 10 minutes on the comedy club, that obviously should always be a goal. Yeah. Because if you're not ambitious,
what are you doing it for?
Stop doing it immediately. But I feel like there's a bigger separation between the comedians in Liverpool than there is in Manchester, and it's mad because Manchester's also a much bigger city as well.
Yeah.
And you go there, everything's much more tightly knit, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm going down here to do his gig. Oh yeah, come with me, jump on. Do you know what I mean? That type of thing. And there's fuck all like that in Liverpool because people have been put in a position where they're almost scared to run a gig because it's, oh well, if I do this gig in town, I'm then not allowed on the comedy club, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you want to do comedy, go and fucking do it. Set it up, get people there.
It's mad, at the end of the day, you're just talking to people.
That's it. You're just talking to people, just trying to make them laugh. It shouldn't be a problem.
It's funny because I've only got the music to like compare it against, and music, like sound tech, everything else that goes into it, that's actually harder to get over the line than comedy, and there's a lot more going on for like musicians than there is comedy in Liverpool, you know.
It's
and
mad,
them gigs where it is like bands like us who are obviously not long in, but then bands who are doing the first gig and they can go and get a gig on them, and you know, like it's so much harder to do the comedy gig because I've seen it from your side of it going. People who are trying to start off, you know, getting onto an open mics. That shouldn't be as difficult as it is for a lot of people.
I was waiting for the train. I think I even rang you when I was waiting for the train. I had like an hour. I just missed the train, so I had to wait another hour. And I was messaging people and I was ringing around, seeing if anybody had it. I think it was a Tuesday night. And there was nothing at all in the city centre, on the outskirts of the city centre. And I just thought, what the fuck is going on? Even if it's a gig where there's 7 people in the audience, there could be 10 comics who are working on new material, and that gig is a fucking
saying stuff out loud is so important when you're working on it.
Like obviously, like fucking, I had like, I'm not gonna go into deep detail on the situation because I haven't got time, but like, I obviously was doing Danny Davis and Friends in probably the most well-known comedy club in the city, let's just say. And then I tried to do the show at the Playhouse Theatre, and then it was, oh well, if you do the show at the Playhouse Theatre, you're losing your residency here. And I was like, well, why is that? And like, because we see it as disloyal. You know, you're going against us, and it's like, I'm not. I'm just trying to make something for me. So then, because if I had to film that and release the special, maybe I was jumping the gun and trying to do it too quick. I'll never know. But if that had been received well, let's say I got fucking 20,000 views on YouTube, 15,000 views on YouTube, people who would never come to the comedy club to see my shows might then be more interested.
Benefits everyone, doesn't it?
You've got to. It's called a circuit for a reason. It's got to fucking. It's got to go round.
I've never even thought of it like that, you know.
It's called a circuit for a reason. It's got to go round. It's got to connect, and everyone's got to be on the same fucking on the same page, or it's not going to work.
Such a good point. I've never genuinely even looked at it like that.
Honestly, it's mad. Like I've said, like when all that fucking. All that stuff went on with the comedy club, and like I'm back and forth with the owners for ages, and I'm saying like I'm then getting told like, oh well, you've fucked yourself up even more now because you're doing shows here. It's like, but if you're cancelling my shows, I've got to. I'm trying to earn a living. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, and like what really opened my eyes to it was how comedy is in Manchester. It's fucking so much different.
It's completely different.
Like you say though, it's hard because you're at a level where there's not loads of venues and stuff to go about in the city, so you have to go elsewhere and stuff like that.
You've got to set your own shit up.
There's not loads of places now. I don't know what it was like, but was there loads more sort of 5-6 years ago and stuff with venues and things like that for gigs?
We both started after lockdown. And when you speak to a lot of older comics, like before lockdown, there was a shitload of smaller open mic nights everywhere.
Is that just money that they shut down, or?
I think it's because hospitality took a massive knock. And people just wouldn't want to run the risk anymore, and it just started to fall away. But I think it's weird because I think there's now a lot more comics now,
definitely,
than there is nights. So that's why it's harder to even get on, because the circuit is so saturated. Because that many people have took the leap into getting into it.
The thing is as well, I think going back a couple of years ago, I think maybe, I mean, there is definitely more comics now, but there was still a lot going back 2 years, but it didn't matter as much because there was a lot more going on.
Nights.
Locally, you wouldn't have to go to it wasn't like you're on hot water in Liverpool, or you've got to go to Sheffield to get a gig. It was, oh well, if you can't get on there, there's something a 5-minute walk away.
In my first year and a half of comedy, I was gigging 3-4 nights a week. Because I wanted stage time. But out of them 3-4 nights a week, maybe one was in Liverpool. Some weeks none. I was Manchester, I was Sheffield, I was Newcastle, I was
You did get about, didn't you?
I got about. Like, I used to write down all my gigs. Fucking, what was he on about? I used to write down all me. Where have I put that? There they are. I used to write down all my gigs, right? And I got to 102 and stopped because I got bored.
Yeah, fair.
But like, if I just start reading them, so I've just got Frog and Bucket Manchester, Comedy at the Crown, Lock and Key Liverpool, On Point Liverpool, Crown, that's in the Midlands, The Bush, the Midlands, Fansale, that's obviously Liverpool, Brighton Fringe, Lafayette, Manchester, Fredericks, Liverpool, Irish Centre was mine, Jackal Clubs, which was Yorkshire, Ace Comedy Club, Yorkshire, Gag and Gong, Yorkshire, Castlefield Comedy Club, Comedy Loft House, Wigan, Sheffield, Chester, like hardly any, Middlesbrough, hardly any of them are Liverpool. I was just everywhere, and like you had to go to them places.
But then if you don't drive and people live in the city and stuff like that, do you know what I mean?
Like, it makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. No, like when I was saying then about obviously like there's the whole situation in the comedy scene in Liverpool at the minute where if a comedian tries to set a gig up, it's like, oh no, don't do that, or you're not allowed to gig here. Like I'm getting told by comics now, like that same promoter, that same club is telling, because obviously I had a bit of a falling out with them. That comedy club now is telling other comics not to do gigs that I'm booking, and if they do, they're getting a telling off, and it's like, you're not paying these people. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've not got them under a contract to say like they can't gig anyway, and like, and if you want to use that metric of you're only to gig here in Liverpool, contract people and pay them enough to make those like demand. It's like it's not a very fair. It's not a very fair catch that they've got people caught in at the minute in Liverpool, and that's why I think it's important to try and open it up. Like, you've got other comedy clubs, like there's the other one off Fenwick Street, which is a waste of time of a place, to be honest. Absolute shithole. Bleep this out, but the Slaughterhouse.
Shit, yeah.
It's absolute bollocks.
Free me with Fenwick Street then.
Yeah, it's just mad. Like the
Grab shite house.
Yeah, horrible lads.
What minute's that, Jack?
Yeah. Well, what we'll do, we'll call it there, because obviously we need to get back home. We've got a lot of, I've got to get packing for Glastonbury soon. But thank you as always for watching. Keep an eye out on my Instagram, Gary's Instagram, the What's Happening Pod Instagram. We are going to be working very soon to try and launch the What's Happening Comedy Club somewhere within Liverpool City Centre. We'll keep you posted with any updates and any information, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Jack, thank you for making your debut on the pod. It's always lovely to have you in the room. Thank you all for watching as well. We appreciate the support as always. We appreciate you sticking through with us all the way till the end. If you did, leave a comment so that we know you did as well. So let's get those interactions up for us. Thanks, guys. See you next week. We love you. Thank you. Mwah.
Bye.
Ta-da.